We had set out in search of adventure, but this is turning out into a bit more adventure than we bargained for. It's getting dark, and our jeep has broken down. An eagle is watching us from its perch. And where have we stopped? Right where there are tiger scratch marks, right behind us. My last morning in Assam. We are leaving Manas, heading east towards a new wilderness. Lama is at wheel, and as always, the road has stories of its own. From the forest fence to the dust and rumble of a roadside JCB, this is the shifting rhythm between the wild and the human world. Known for its Ras Mahotsav, when streets glow with lights, music drifts through the air, and visitors come from across the state and beyond.
तो यहाँ पे जो लोग हैं वो सिर्फ असम से आते हैं कि मतलब ऑल ओवर द इंडिया आते हैं?
नहीं, कभी कभी बाहर से भी आता है, असम से बाहर से भी आते हैं।
अच्छा, बाहर से भी लोग आते हैं। और क्या बोलते हैं इस जगह को?
नलबारी।
नलबारी
जी,
ठीक है जी।
नलबारी एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट भी होता है और ये पर्टिकुलर ये जगह का नाम है नलबारी है।
ओके।
एक तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है ही है और ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर है नलबारी
जी। और ये लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे नलबारी। आप और ये किस हाईवे पे आता है?
ये NH31।
ये तेजपुर का रास्ता भी यही पड़ता है?
हाँ, तेजपुर गुवाहाटी फिलहाल तो ये यही एक ही रास्ता होगा। गुवाहाटी भी जा सकता है, आगे जाके हम लोग कट करेंगे, गुवाहाटी का रास्ता छोड़ेंगे।
100 kilometers ahead lies Tezpur, but our road will turn left towards Orang, with tea gardens unfurling like green carpets to our right. I have noticed that women here are hardworking. I mean, it's not like the women just stay at home and the men do all the work. They are equally contributing.
जितना मैं नोटिस में से अरुणाचल हो गया, मेघालय, मणिपुर, मिजोरम, नागालैंड, ये सब में सर वो फीमेल ही ज्यादा काम करते हैं।
फीमेल ज्यादा काम करते हैं ना? हाँ, वही मैंने देखा है यहाँ पे।
दुकान पूरा चला रहा है।
Lama tells me, in many Assamese homes, the first thing offered to a guest isn't tea, but a pan.
चाय ऑफर की जाती है।
ज्यादातर असम का मेन स्ट्रीम का जो लोग हैं
जी,
वो लोग ज्यादातर आपको पहले तो आपको पान आपको ऑफर करेंगे, वो जो पान ला के रख देगा।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
इसके बाद आपको चाय पानी नाश्ता जो भी हो उसके बाद आपको
We are now passing through Karapitia, famous for its vegetable markets. Much of Assam's fresh produce begins its journey here.
ये फेमस जगह है, मतलब यहाँ से मतलब सप्लाई होता
A
है।
green signboard points the way. Just a few more kilometers. I can see Orang's gate, a threshold into another protected world.
Turn right.
Beyond the gate,
दादा आई भी तो कुंडो
the human presence thins to forest staff quarters and a simple rest house, our home for tonight. Here, the jungle begins just beyond your doorstep. A lone hog deer stood by the roadside, our eyes meeting for a moment. Then, as if in quiet agreement, we both carried on our way. In my heart, I whispered, "See you soon." A quiet welcome to Orang. The in charge here told me tigers were seen yesterday deep in the forest, and sometimes even on this road. This is prime tiger territory. In the jungle, even dung tells a story, from diet to movement. It's nature's own tracker's guide. Our ride into the wild is ready. Without wasting time, we set off for our first safari. It's already 2 p.m. and here, daylight fades quickly. Joining us is Rakesh, the guest house caretaker, and of course, our own Lama. In Wandering Wild, those who live and work in these landscapes are as much a part of the story as the animals themselves. A hog deer peers at us before bolting into cover. We saw two more hog deers in the distance, and their reaction was the same. They ran the moment they saw us. Further ahead, a herd grazes on what looks like a dry riverbed. One raises its tail, stamping a warning, a sign that here deer haven't grown used to humans. On our left, a water body thick with aquatic plants, and beyond it, tall elephant grass. We saw 3 females and 4 young ones feed in the shallows, the matriarchal rhythm of the herd. A pile of rhino dung. Rhinos often defecate in the same spot, marking territory and communicating with scent. A habit that can also make them vulnerable to poachers. A stop to take in the landscape. Open grassland, giving way to towering elephant grass, tall enough to hide even rhinos and elephants, and perfect for a tiger's ambush. At the edge, 2 one-horned rhinos feed in silence, their armor catching the pale light. Scattered across it, hog deer graze and rest, some alert, ears flicking at the slightest sound, others lying in calm, their russet coats melting into the green. The tall elephant grass rises like a green wall, hiding within it the secrets of this land, where a tiger could watch, unseen, just a breath away. Birds weave between them, stork, heron, white egrets, each following its own path, yet part of the same quiet harmony. The road winds between fresh green shoots and dried stalks, the cycle of life and decay side by side. An elephant stands in the middle of the track, unhurried. Next to the grass, its size is a living measure of scale. A slow glance towards us, and then it disappears into the green wall. The forest is damp from recent rain. Leaves litter the track like fallen petals.
एक टाइगर मिल जाता तो अच्छा होता होता
हाँ वो तो है.
Mist curls above a water body where a rhino feeds, half hidden in the plants. Rhinos are solitary grazers, but their dung pits are communal notice boards. Each visit leaves a chemical message for the next. A habit poachers exploit by waiting at these very sites. A flash of blue, a kingfisher skims the water. Gargany ducks floats in the stillness of an early winter day, while some tucking their heads beneath their wings. Before it was a tiger reserve, before it was even a park, this land was home to the Bodo and Koch people. They lived by the river's rhythm, farming its fertile banks, grazing cattle in the grasslands, fishing in quiet backwaters. But in the late 1800s, malaria swept through these floodplains. Villages emptied. Forest crept back in. Grass reclaiming old fields. Trees rising where homes once stood. And with them, the animals returned. In British times, it was called the Orang Game Reserve, not to protect life, but to hunt it. Tigers, rhinos, and deer were counted in trophies, not in the living breaths. It took more than a century for that to change. In 1985, Orang became a sanctuary. By 1999, it was a national park, then just under 80 square kilometers. In 2022, its core was expanded to nearly 280 square kilometers, making it one of the India's richest floodplain forests. Today, it holds over 30 tigers, among the highest densities in the country, more than 100 greater one-horned rhinos, wild buffalo, and rarities found nowhere else, the pygmy hawk, the Bengal florican. The landscape is a mosaic, grassland, wetland, and forest stitched together by the Brahmaputra's waters. Spiral ginger, Costus speciosus, twists towards the sun. Black ginger, Alpinia nigra, grows tall along the tracks. Though invasive, the silk cotton tree, bambox, blooms here, red as fire against the sky. And everywhere, the great elephant grass, Sacrum bengalens, stands like a living fortress, tall enough to hide even a rhino or an elephant. Beneath it, reeds, sedges, and water plants feed deer, shelter birds, and hold the soils in the floods. Orang is small, but here, life is densely woven. Every clearing, every bend of the river, every blade of the grass carrying the weight of survival and the hope that it will remain. We had set out in search of adventure, but this is turning out into a bit more adventure than we bargained for. It's getting dark, and our jeep has broken down. An eagle is watching us from its perch. And where have we stopped? Right where there are tiger scratch marks, right behind us. On the tree behind us, old claw marks, a silent reminder of the tiger's claim. On the ground, a baby monkey gestures almost as if telling us to pass. Another monkey rushes up the tree, snapping twigs as it goes, his eyes fixed on something in the distance. An older monkey with a clouded eye stares at us, wary at first, then calm, holding our gaze. The engine stirred to life and we rolled back along the forest track, the evening safari drawing to an end. Evening fog wraps the rest house. Two forest guards walk home in the distance. It's people like Pranjit, Lama, Rakesh, and these guards. Those are the human threads in the wild fabric, living alongside and for the animals of this jungle. It was time for dinner and for stories. Pranjit and Lama, both are from Manas, spoke like old friends. Pranjit calls Lama Mama, and now so do I. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. If tomorrow the situation is the same, if Pranjit has the time, we'll stay. He's an amazing guy, and these are the stories people should know. Imagine, we were sitting together having dinner when suddenly he got a call that there was some news and he had to leave. That's the life of a forest officer. We usually don't think about them. When we go into the jungle, we think, oh, we will see a tiger here or a leopard there. Should we go to this spot or not? And this is Rakesh.
Bye guys.
A wave, smile, and simple bye to the camera. And just like that, the day's journey comes to a close. It feels right to end with a farewell from the very heart of this place. We'll meet in the next video to wander again in this journey of Wander Wild with Anshuman. If you like to, please comment and subscribe. And remember, let's wander together.